Dobday rescue.
Guess who decided to get off her lazy ass and do another one of these?
The enemy has breached our defense line in several areas. We are now in danger of being besieged by the Federation. Other units have commenced their retreat, but it will be a difficult task in this state of chaos.
Yep, we are on our way out of Odessa because, as you might have figured out by now, we're not going to be winning this war.
The conditions around us are indeed grave. We must pull out of Odessa before the enemy surrounds us and link up with the Yukon submarines at the rendezvous point. However, before we take off, I want you to do one more thing. In a location not too far from here, the Dobday is under attack by the enemy, which has rendered it immobile. My guess would be its caterpillar tread is damaged.
Well, unless they killed everyone inside, and thus it would be pointless to rescue them, I think that's the reason.
We must protect the Dobday from enemy attack, and buy some time until all crew members are able to evacuate. Prepare to move out immediately. Over.
Yes, sir. Attack instructions. The first enemy wave has attacked the Dobday. Our mission is to clear them out. If the Feddies discover our handiwork, they will launch a full-scale attack from the flanks and rear. Against these 3 enemy positions, launch preemptive strikes and wipe out each one. We need good routes. Enemy positions are on the map. Use the battle codes, concentrated strikes, encircle and pincer attacks. You know, basic tactics of war that have existed since the time of the Romans. Okay, so if our intel tells us that the caterpillar treads were damaged, wow, those 2 Zakus are hardcore. The enemy attack force has been launched against the Dobday. It is comprised of different military vehicles. No, really? Oh good, gun cannons! I so wanted to fight those again. We have confirmed that this enemy vehicular force has positioned itself to surround the Dobday from behind and on the hills on both sides. We believe that this is a secondary attack unit and presently shows no signs of movement. We have confirmed that this enemy mobile suit force has positioned itself to surround the Dobday from behind and on the hills of both sides. Wait, did you just say that? We believe that this secondary attack unit, and it seems that attack vehicles are also present. These are the guys we need to plan for, because you do not want to fight too many mobile suits until you get some really good anti-suit weaponry. And honestly, we don't have it yet. We have bazookas and they're alright, and we have rifles and they're okay, but both of them still require a certain amount of surprise. So I spend an unnecessarily long period of time here, but it is worth noting that Austin has some new equipment, so that's why I chose to use him for the mission. And I'm not 100% sure why I didn't just equip the stuff I wanted to use already, but whatever. Here I kind of meander about trying to figure out who I'll bring along for the 3rd member of the team, since the only one that's actually important is Ensign Roberto. Yeah, I've been using him a lot in this game, to be honest. Thing is, he's really not that good. I just kind of like using him because, I don't know, he's funny or something. He pretty much already has exactly the loadout that he needs. So, I do nothing of value here. Dobbs. Yeah, he has the Dobbs, which are all we really need him for. Other than that, he's just extra weaponry. Maximize the armor. Okay, if anybody can tell me what the difference between the bullet and the magazine item is in this game, I would love to know. Seriously, I have not yet figured this out. I've looked at guides and stuff on this game, and I still don't know the answer to that question. Like, what exactly do these things do? I mean, they cost the same, so they would be equal, right? Equal but different? I don't know. Oh, fun fact, the Vulcan is surprisingly similar to the shotgun. I'm not sure why. So I decide the last one I'll bring along is Hepner. He has all of the boost items, apparently. Cool. Yeah, Hepner's unit is actually designed for recon purposes. Which is kind of funny because she's really not very fast or well armored. So, yeah, kind of defeats the whole purpose of any kind of recon, doesn't it? So, I meander about in the route setup for a little while, but here are the basics. The green team will just proceed to the target and protect it from enemy forces that attack. They can handle that job pretty well. Honestly, the green team could be composed of anybody and they'd do great. I could have brought in Petty Officer Manning for this and it would have been perfectly fine. Considering I don't really use him when I play this game, that probably would have been the nice thing to do, but that's my decision to make. The idea of Hepner another chance to prove herself. She's done relatively well, I have to say. Despite actually being one of the weakest units in the game in terms of basic equipment loadout, she has managed to do well. I don't know if that's a statement on my ability as a commander or a pilot or what exactly, but she's done pretty well overall. So, yeah, that ends up being pointless. I come up with this brilliant plan to flank the enemy because I know where they're gonna be, and I know how the game... I know how this stage works, and yet, despite that, I really, honestly screw this up badly in the gameplay. I really should have stuck to the plan that I made right here. This plan is absolutely perfect. This is the best option you have. Take your blue team, or whichever of your teams is not Nikki, since he has to slow down to go after specific other thingies, and move them around behind the enemy. The game gives you the perfect opportunity to flank the enemy, and I didn't take it, and I got hurt for it. I got punched. Pretty hard. So, here's the setup for Nikki's unit, where I hide his little person near trees and stuff. But the thing is, the 2 points that are shown on the hills here have mobile suit teams in them. Now, all 3 points have mobile suit teams, but these 2 points have gun cannons to worry about. And you really don't want to fight them, as has been explained before. So, the trick to the stage is to use Nikki Roberto's DOP support to take out these targets. Now, the reason you don't use the Magella tank is because while the Magella tank is powerful enough to do the job, it's not always precise enough. In this case, you have the time to wait for the DOP to count down, as you will see when we start playing the stage. So, just something to think about. And we're done with our route setup. And then I go back to team setup for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I'm just showing off all the team choices or something. I don't know. And on we go.
Teams, report current situation.
Blue team, all clear.
Red team, all clear.
Green team, A-OK.
All right, commence operation. Linking up with the Dobday takes top priority. Hurry!
Is it me, or does his voice actor switch? Like, it's like they recorded his lines in 2 different studios sometimes. Or they really drop the volume on his microphone whenever he's, you know, yelling or something. I don't know. Taking fire from the hill. And then those guys won't play a significant role in the stage until later. So they go right off to do whatever it is they're going to do, and their buddies in the mobile suits stay behind, which is really handy for me.
Arrived at Operation Point, standing by.
Roger. DOP squadron taking off.
There they go. You know, if the Dops were really this effective in the show, Zeon might have stood a chance.
Have sight on target. We'll commence attack.
And there go all the mobile suits. On to the next squad of enemies. There's our other
Alpha
target.
Quadrant taking off.
Mana do 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 do. Mana do 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 do. Mana do 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 do. Charging my attack.
Have sight on target.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits. What? I'm just gonna cut away and assume everything went according to plan. What? I am playing the villain, right?
Code Alpha.
And now I get distracted by the shiny red boxes around enemies here because I should have just run straight up that hill. Just straight up the hill. No problems at all. Would have been so easy. Would have solved all my problems that I'm going to have here, but nope. I see boxes and I'm like, oh, they're on the move. I'll ambush them instead. I'm a dumbass. As you will soon see. To be fair, it actually does go pretty well, all things considered. The Rectum bazookas actually fire a little faster from the kneeling position than the standard Zaku bazookas. Just a smoke grenade after the enemy mobile suits to stop them. And then I hide in the trees because I'm a dummy. And I forgot what the mobile suits had equipped earlier in the stage. Yep, the mobile suits have thermal sensors. They can see me. I get one as he runs past somehow. And another one, and
How dare you?
And there goes my team.
Dare you?
Blue team's gone. They fought valiantly. They did well. I am really glad that this is not like Rainbow Six in regards to the idea of permanent death, because that would be really, really, really hard to finish this game. Especially when I was out of practice so much when I was doing these stages anyway, because, dear God. Oh, looks like I damaged him quite a bit, because that really shouldn't have gotten him from the front. And, yep, use the backward jump to dodge attacks, and now we do the thing where we hunt for enemies, because I didn't know where the last ones were, even though I saw them run away at the beginning of the video, remember? Back when I was about to drop the bombs on the first GM team, that group of enemies runs away on that hill. That's the group of enemies that I need to find, so enjoy me spending the next few minutes trying to find the damn things. One of the primary reasons it took me as long to do this video compared to, you know, the last ones is because, honestly, I had a few problems with my microphone. It kind of stopped working. So I had to get a new one. Finances are not fun right now, for various reasons. Only having the one job instead of two kind of sucks. I mean, I could do these if I had two jobs. It's not that hard. I've also taken up to drawing, although I'm not very good at it yet. But, you know, that's obvious. I just started. And, yeah, I'm not, surprisingly enough, I'm not drawing giant robots. I'm drawing ponies. So, yeah. Make of that what you will. To be fair, giant robots are a bitch to draw. They really are. You have to admit they are. There's literally no good reason for me to have gone all the way down here. Hebner and her team have that ridge covered. But nope, I'm a dummy. So, man, what else do I talk about right now? The enemies are coming up here in a few moments, but sheesh, just this is the one thing I don't like in this game. Are the stages, and there's not very many of them, but the stages where you have to go and hunt down all of the enemies like this. The only other time this really comes up in the game is when you're playing the simulator stages, and there's a lot of simulator stages that play out like this. But, yeah, there they are. The only problem it's so bad is there's really no way to tell where they are, so... Wow, he shot really wild in that last one.
Enemy retreat confirmed. We won!
Wow, our team's actually getting pretty good. The two youngsters of the Force are the ones who actually managed to do all the work this time. Yeah, brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it?
We've successfully rescued the entire crew from the Dobday. Every soldier and officer who had fought courageously in Odessa must not only retreat, but also fight through the enemy siege. And we must hold off the enemy in pursuit as we head to our rendezvous point.
Hey, did anyone else notice how the Dobday's cockpit there, before it started turning, kind of looked like there was nothing there at all? Like there was a hole where the bridge should have been? Seems a little darker than I expected. Oh well.
To reach the Yukon submarines, we pressed through Odessa, where our forces were scrambling after the loss of their communications system.
Yeah, Bakuve, that jackass. He left us all behind.
On our way, we encountered other retreating units. We escorted these Allied soldiers while hurrying to the rendezvous point.
An escort quest, huh? Boy, that's gonna be fun, isn't it? Oh well. And now we've got new supplies, which means we'll have new toys to play with next time. I've been waiting for this. See you then.